Imperial. Centuries sunset gloams. Behind it gloat the Dutch East India Company and Threadneedle's dam. Before it starts a blasted, blinking, gasping, bloated, bald infant, skulled and crossboned. The first steam pump burps into life, begetting revolutions that will scrape thrusting coal from cloying clay. Billingsgate spawned, and, ruling the waves, the Liverpool merchant forges, iron-willed, across deeps to wreak inhumanity. First-classy travellers, white mischief, roamed through every plundered hour of Albion, the length and breadth of 1699. As indentured men and slavish mules wrought the air and Calder navigation, ploughed straits, and capital into coffers, hammering the earth to stoke lush habits. Across the shallow channel, navvies watched miners with nighted faces lined with dates, blasting and scraping carbon from the sod. Medieval shards and sunken keels already lay slumbering amid the silt, as tugs, industrious, poorly maintained, richly insured, plumbed their fortunate tombs. In 1988, the Skuld Canal, through geological or human fault, penetrates the bank that keeps its blood from the mine's cranium. It will take 9 years to make things as they were. Meanwhile, a chance for archaeologists to disinter fragments of pottery and nave-shaped hulls, and coinage, some cruelly, some hardly missed. St Aidan's RSPB Nature Reserve. Kids and grown-ups spy with little eyes marsh harrier parceling up its hood. Scary owl, short of ear and pity, contradicts the sun. Hidden in literal reeds, a shifty bittern booms. Suspenseful kestrel in its ermine cloak, by turns the courtly prince, the rustic knave, checks and holds, scoping its quarry, its gaze seeming to penetrate to the earth's ossuary, and beneath lake's sheen to trenches where skulk scuttled wrecks. Astley and Lowther, Lemonroyd and Ayr and Oxbow, river, lake and reservoir. No tide tables to be checked, but watch how tourists transit through given seasons. Lapwing, grebe and redshank, sandpiper and widgeon, godwit, gull and goose. What was that? Nothing. Just a mirage. Glimpsed, skimming, glistening ripples, where sometimes speculative kingfishers glint. Ah! Like what the cat drags in. Buzzard, carrying home reeking vole carcass. Having a good day out, between diurnal drudge and timely dirge, between times tables and PSHE. Grown-ups and kids hover, buoyed in deep air. Oddball. Cartilage grates, bones grind, once muscular frames wane, abandoned to corrosive time. No credit rests, all spent that had been got, and progress lumbers on. Invention sires fantastical monsters, steel dinosaurs, a bulk of 60 double-decker buses, 1,200 skeletal tons, a neck 215 feet long, a horizontal beanstalk whose squat ogre trawls its 20 cubic yard scuttle through rifts once verdant, now as black as time, and feet, enormous feet, that each 5 hours transport this behemoth fully 1 mile. Thus Oddball rescued itself as the tide seeped in, clogging its feet in muddy clods. Instead of river burial, it dragged itself, trolling up from the loam until, floating aloft above the mine's slow flood, where murky water rose like stricken oil, it hauled its bulk up to a lofty knoll, looming over the swamp. The dusking sun pins it against the sky. It's petrified in gloom, like ticks in amber. There it rests, oxygen drowned. Its gagging carcass rusts. Crepuscular sunset framed in its struts, never to walk again. Itinerants or local knaves, inland lubbers, pillaged and wrecked the bountiful chest, Oddball's heart. Small change the prize they got for atrophy. No squire will drag a profit from that corpse. Yet squires bequeathed fine hospitals and schools in their beneficence, and honest folk can yet be mean. The shamed magnificence of plundered Oddball testifies to that. The bones of slave masters and slaves alike rot in the earth's or in the sea's embrace. Do ossified automata chalk up merits over Cretaceous thunder lizards? Sea quagga, giant moa, golden toad in stuffed museums, never to grow old. We've sanitised means of acquiring loot. It's shunted along wires in mausoleums of glass, with treasures painted on their walls. Still, there's not much can be to thoughtful wonder. A good day out, time to laugh, watch and ponder.